the more of these details that you can get, right? The Americana seems like such a simple move. You grab, you yank, you twist, right? And they tap, okay? But if they can stay calm, right, and move their body correctly, it's fairly easy to defend without those details. Does that make sense? So, like most things, unfortunately. A guillotine seems like an easy thing until you try to do it on somebody that actually knows how to defend. That's a giant pain in the end, right? So, I'm gonna get to my position here. My elbow's over. Now, he was just mentioning how it's hard to attack this arm, right? And get in here when he just keeps everything tight, okay? Do you notice what I don't have that I have every time I've demonstrated this? What should I have when I'm in side control? Underhook. Correct. My arm should be under his arm, right? So when I do my sit through, I've got an underhook. I'm gonna hold on to that arm here. That keeps his elbow from getting underneath him. Does that make sense? And getting too tight to his body. If I don't hold that, he can keep his elbow tight and keep his arm in, and now I can't dig in here. Even if I do, keep it strong. Keep it strong. It's hard to peel this out. I gotta use a lot of force. By keeping my arm under there, right, and curling that bicep, I can use my shoulder on his elbow. Now there's more space for me to get underneath. Does that make sense? So I'm using that as, to keep him on his back and not let him start getting to his side where he can keep that arm safe. Now this top hand, I'm wiping it to my cheek. I'm not trying to push on his elbow. He's strong. The closer I get to his shoulder, the stronger he is. I want to get as far away from it as I can. So my wrist is right at the bottom of his hand. That's where I'm going to put my weight now. Does that make sense? Not on his elbow, not on his forearm. I'm not trying to do an Americana by holding on to forearms. Okay? Again, the closer I get, the stronger he's going to be. So I get that arm tight, and I'll lay here as long as I have to, right? To get his hand to the ground. Use my head even a little bit if I have to get his hand to the ground. Now that second hand is going to shoot through. This time I'm not going to grip wrists. Okay? I'm going to shoot that hand through. I'm going to turn both my palms to the ground. Now same thing, my butt's down, I'm pulling my elbow in, and you'll see the tap. Okay? I'm not on my wrist, right? I'm not here. I want my fingers on the ground if I can. Okay? Out to the wrist and down. Yes? No-handed Americana. Get those first couple details to hold them in place, right? To get their hand out there. Person on the bottom, be a little bit difficult, all right? Try and keep it tight. Obviously, if they're having problems, take it off a little bit so that they can do the move, but give them a little bit of resistance so they have to get those little pieces together. I feel like I'm casting a spell when there's not a person here. What were you going to say?
When they're extra flexible like he is,
Yep.
you turn the thumb out, right? Like we're up. Like
Yep.
if you're, does it help to grab like the hand, or is that like?
It could if you're doing the first Americana, yeah. But this time we're doing the no-handed Americana. So it'll help with that.
Okay.
No worries. Question. 1, 2, 3.